Herb tea is a really good thirst quencher on hot days, and I anticipate getting hot today because I'm going to go do some yard work, so I decided I would go quickly make some tea. This particular tea uses 3 leaves that I have on hand. This is lemon balm, mullein, and mint. All of these grow wild in many places and they are really easy to grow. So if you're looking for a good tea recipe, let's go make some. Mint is easy to identify. All you have to do is pull off a leaf and crush it and you will smell the mint. Make sure you know what you're picking before you get out there. Mint grows wild in most places. It's considered an invasive weed because it will take over an area if you don't kind of watch it. Now, I'm not worried about taking too much mint out of here because it grows so fast. So I'm going to grab enough to make a good batch of tea. And, this looks like that'll do it. This is another herb I have growing by the side of my house. It's another one of those volunteer type plants. This is called lemon balm. There's not much to harvesting this either. Just find some likely sprigs, cut off what you need, and put it in the colander. You can trim this plant to make it look better, but I kind of am just taking it as I need it. It will grow up to be a huge bush if you let it. It's one of those plants that does real well here in Mississippi. This is mullein. It is another common weed. It can be found any place there's been some disturbed, poor soil, such as railroad rights-of-way or alongside a road that has not been mowed or sprayed. You always want to be careful whenever you're picking fresh herbs that they have not been sprayed with some pesticide or herbicide. This is a young plant, but I have several others, so I'm going to take a couple of leaves from it. That should be enough for this batch of tea. Mullein's very easy to recognize. It's got a really nice soft texture. It feels kind of like, I don't know, just smooth and soft. It's called cowboy toilet paper, and it will suffice in an emergency. It is not recommended that you use it for both purposes at the same time. I like to use a colander when I'm gathering herbs because the first step is to wash all of them. I don't know where all these plants have been or what critters have walked all over them. So I'll just give them a quick shower here. It's off. I'll put them off here to the side to kind of drain. For the mint and the lemon balm, you just want the leaves. So I'm just going to trim these off. Don't particularly need any of the stems. With the mullein, I'm going to use a knife on it. It's just easier to cut that way. I'm going to use the whole leaf here. So I'll just quickly slice it up. And then I'm going to dice them. On any of these plants, it's a good idea just to cut them up or crush them or something like that. They will then make tea a little quicker.
The next ingredient is water.
My water has just come to a boil, but I don't want to throw the leaves in the boiling water. I'm going to pull it off and then toss the leaves in. Somebody's bound to ask, well, how long do you let it seep? And my response would be, I'm not sure. What I usually do is just let it seep until it gets cool to the touch. So that's it. It's not real hard to make this kind of tea, and it's delicious, and it didn't cost me anything. Any of the herbs I just used grow really well and really easily.
A couple of quick safety reminders here. First would be make sure you know exactly what you're harvesting. Get a good plant book and take it with you when you go foraging. Compare the photos to the actual plants before you pick them. If you're harvesting from a wild area, make sure you don't use all the plants or take all of the leaves. This is Survival Common Sense. Have a great day. Enjoy your tea. And please take a look at my book, Bushcraft Basics. It's available on Amazon and at your local bookstore.